chalk up yet another W for the Toronto Raptors. Not only is that 2 in a row, that is 4 of their last 5. Beating the Boston Celtics, beating obviously a very shorthanded Orlando team recently, the Atlanta Hawks tonight, and beating the Golden State Warriors at home. Very interesting stuff in the Raptors with the 122-119 victory tonight in Atlanta, Georgia. Pick up their second road win of the season. I believe they're now, 2-19 on the road this year. It has been a struggle to say the least when it comes to the road play for the Raptors. The Raptors at home are 10-13. Like, they have not been bad at all. Well, to this team's standards. At home this year. But their road record is what's really plummeted them into this whole tank race. And the people on Team Tank are just pulling their hair out at this point. The Raptors, like I said, pick up their 12th win. They're now 12-32. And I look at a game like this and I say this is a building block for the core of this team. Because what did we see early in the year? These type of games. But they would go haywire. You'd blow the lead in the fourth quarter. They almost did. But you'd lose the game by a good margin. Like a 5-10 point loss when you were leading by 10 at the end of 3. Or something along those lines. The Raptors came out flying. Really good first quarter. Plus 10, 35-25. Grady had a good start to the game. But he was awesome. Second quarter, it does get away from you a little bit. You lose that by 4, 34-30. And then they were the third quarter, 30-29. So you're kind of hanging on for dear life here. It's a 5-point game going into the fourth. And then in the fourth quarter, it gets me back and forth. And at one point, they take the lead and they're up a little bit. What was their biggest lead of the ball game? The Hawks. 6, and I believe that might have been in the fourth quarter. But the Raptors never gave in. They didn't fall down and die. They fought back. Whether it was Scottie Barnes, playing bully ball, getting to the free throw line. RJ Barrett hitting a big-time 3 with about a couple minutes to go in this game. And of course, this is what we all want to see. Like, as much as some people are on Team Tank, you want to get an idea of what this team is. Now, the record is 12-32. I think we have a good idea as to what this team really is. However, in the bigger moments of games, maybe not bigger moments against great opponents, but in the bigger moments, you want to see what your best players can do. So as I mentioned, RJ Barrett hit a big-time 3. I believe it was to put you up 1 or put you up 2 with a couple minutes to go. And then with a minute to play, Scottie Barnes hits that tough mid-range shot. Those are big-time plays in big-time moments. Now, are the Hawks a good defensive team? Obviously not. But I don't give a rat's you-know-what. I want to see this Raptor team, see what they can do in the big spot. And tonight, they bent. And boy, did they bend. But they never broke. They were able to fight back, not give in, and win this game by 3. I was just impressed. Now, what are the team stats? Shot 58% from the field and 43% from 3. The Raptors just don't shoot threes. And in the modern NBA, it's kind of tricky, right? You only took 21 threes today, guys. 21. Now, they were 9 for 21, which makes up to the 43%, but they were 58% from the field, 79% from the line. They had 32 assists, as per usual. You saw some highlight reel plays, Grady Dick catching an alley-oop dunk, as I mentioned. Maybe not highlight plays, but big moment plays from Scottie and RJ. Grady Dick hit some big shots as well. Chris Boucher hit a couple big-time threes as well. He had 17 off the bench. And quietly, Bruce Brown has shown a lot. Now, we'll get to that right now in the player stats. So let's start with the starting unit and what do they give you? Well, RJ Barrett what do we talk about in the last game? Well, him not taking a whole lot of shots, right? He had 19, 8, and 2 in the last game, but only took 9 shots. Today, only took 9 shots, but was 6 of 9 from the field. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, couple steals for RJ. And I believe he was a +5 while he was out there on the floor. The whole starting unit was a plus. The man of the night, though, Scottie Barnes. And this is what Raptor fans want to see. What is Scottie? Is he a number 1 on a championship team? Is he a number 2 on a championship team? What is he? Now, he is still very young, obviously. Was he 23 right now? Let me confirm. Yeah, 23 years of age. Still very young. However, you want to see those growing signs. Today, we saw that. 25, 6, and 3 for Scottie. 8 of 17 from the field. 8 of 10 from the line. Didn't go crazy with threes. He was 1 of 2 from distance. Had a steal in the ball game. Plus 11 while he was on the floor. Great stuff. Jakob Poeltl was a machine. I thought he looked awesome. Obviously, if you was it the Trae Young 3 that he missed late in the game, and Jakob, ball's bouncing around, and he grabs with one hand as it comes to him. Huge play, big time rebound for Yak. 17 points, 9 boards, 5 assists, 7 of 10 from the field, a perfect 3 of 3 from the line, including 2 big ones late, where you were up 1. He makes 2, because remember, with 2.7 seconds left, they foul him. And you're only up by 1. So he makes the 2 free throws to put you up 3 and to force them to make a 3 to tie. It's a big time moment, and he knocks down both. Great stuff from Yak. 2 steals, 2 blocks for him as well. A +6 on the floor. Great night. Davion Mitchell doesn't score very much at all. Doesn't look to score. Played 31 minutes today, took 3 shots. 2 points, 1 board. But he had 7 assists. And, he was a team high. +17. And his defense on Trae Young was outstanding. Trae Young, who averages, 23 and 11 on the year. You held him to 18 points and 13 assists on 37% shooting from the field and 25% from 3. What did he shoot from 3? 2 of 8 from distance. And you know what the Raptors did defensively late in the game? How many times have we talked about this team and said, boy, defensively, they just kind of fall apart. They got the ball out of Trae Young's hands. Don't let that guy beat you. Especially on this team where, hey, if a guy like Bogdanovich or Dyson Daniels, wants to beat me, tip the cap to them. But I ain't letting Trae Young beat me. And that's what happened tonight. So great stuff from them. And I got to rip through the bench here real quick. Grady Dick in the starting unit as well. 15, 3, and 3. Shot 6 of 10 from the field. 2 of 2 from the line. 1 of 5 from 3. Had a couple steals in the game. +12 on the floor. Made a lot of shots early. I believe he had 11 in the first quarter alone. So obviously did kind of taper off a little bit, but you like the punch early on. You'll take that any day. And as I mentioned, the bench got her going today. Bruce Brown, 18 points, 5 boards, 4 assists in 19 minutes. 8 of 12 from the field, 1 of 1 from the line, was 1 of 3 from 3. Had a steal in the ball game. Chris Boucher had 17 on 7 and 10 shooting, knocked down a couple threes. And Kelly Olynyk, before he left the game with, was it tightness or some sort? Played 13 minutes, had 11 points, 4 boards, 5 assists on 3 of 4 shooting, a perfect 4 of 4 from the line, knocked down to 3, had a steal. The bench gave you a good boost today. Your starting unit was solid, and your bench gave you a punch. It was nice to see, and the big thing for me was watching that the late fourth quarter defense, and they had a plan. They didn't lose coverage, they had no wide open looks, they did a great job battling hard. And came away with a victory. So take it for what it is. But now I'm intrigued to see what happens 2 days from now, where the Raptors take on this same Hawks team in Atlanta at 7:30. Obviously a back-to-back against this same Hawks team. So, it's very difficult to beat teams 2 in a row. So how are the Raptors going to fare on Saturday night at 7:30? We shall see. Last time the Raptors played the Hawks, they lost by 20 freaking 9. They won tonight on the road by 3 to pick up their second road win of the year. You got to give these guys credit, all right? So you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the win this evening, hit the like button. Do appreciate that. The subscribe button, you guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game for the Toronto Raptors? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and of course, TikTok is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already, and I will talk to you guys Leafs edition Saturday as they're in Ottawa taking on the Sens at 7 o'clock. And as for the Toronto Raptors, in Atlanta Saturday as well, 7:30 tip-off there. Looking to make it 3 in a row and to win 5 of 6. Because if you win that, you then play the Pelicans and the Wizards. Just going to leave that there. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game tonight. Talk to you guys then.